to the 22.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Yeah, they tried to move the pocket that time. All of his blockers moving to the left as he bootlegged in that direction as well. But they didn't account for everyone, and he spilled the play.
Dotson in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. That play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they go all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 7 yards on the return after a punt at 39. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. A fast footwork by White. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They go with White on the counter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off play action. Wolf airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It's caught. This is White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Wolf. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're on to some. Touchdown! Mike Evans
2-touchdown lead now.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31-32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Powers through. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wolf. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive.
Wolf. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout this rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Powell's throw complete to Dotson.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Powell throwing on 1st down here.
Flush to his right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Powell out of the shotgun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball,
they've still got a shot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I think we put together a job description for a middle linebacker. We would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who go sideline to sideline and make plays?
We love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, here's Evans. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dragons are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd and 2.
Wolf. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now a handoff coming left, Evans.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, San Antonio.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. Evans running straight ahead.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
138 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Howell going to audible to something else. They'll run on 1st down with Evans.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they'll go right back to Evans.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Howell.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Here's Howell.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Wolf. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Off play action. Wolf. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
On 1st down, Howell. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Howell down to throw it. On the screen, this is Evans.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Dancing to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wolf. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a dump off here complete, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They'll look to throw again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now Evans on the toss left side.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
And Howell will throw it. Going to be Dotson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Going right back to Dotson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Wolf. And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Off the play fake. Wolf.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll go up the middle with White. Taking it right down Broadway.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down. Wolf. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Finding Samuel.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Howell to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Out left to Dotson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage.
He's got a man complete, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10.
They start the drive with White. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Wolf. And that's going to be a 1st down to the 35 as the clock continues to run.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. To throw on 2nd down. Wolf looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Finds White.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 4th down, Wolf. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm.